So, it's moving day today, so I'm no longer a man.
Yeah, you're not just a man anymore, you are a man with a van. You get a van, Jez. We could be men with ven.
We have Vauxhall, Varo CDTI, it's not bad. And we have engines and scrap to move. So that's the van all loaded up. I'm surprised how this is like a transit size, like medium wheelbase panel van. I'm surprised how much it took. So N52 B28 is going to die. Bit of scrap metal as well. Compressor is being sold. Saxo engine is in there. Gearbox is getting scrapped. And obviously got to take the crane with me. That's not a bad haul. Yeah, I'm in the mighty Vauxhall Vivaro. Scrapped an engine. Got 60 quid for it, which wasn't bad. And I'm moving the Saxo engine, TU5J4 I think, down to Essex so I can put it in my 205 Raleigh. Not much to show, but just thought I'd add this in because it's a different experience, you'd say. Yeah, 3 hours there, maybe 3 hours more back. 4 hours later, made it. Garage. Needs to go there. Bit sketchy this, but I think we'll be good. Wasn't too bad. Now the fun part. That's a hill. We'll see. That's how you do it. Might need a new oil pan. This is no good when it's if the surface isn't smooth or flat, and I shouldn't really be using these to hold it in. Anyway, happy. Just gotta get that wide up in there now. Yeah, that engine is going in the 205. The van's good. Economy's quite good. Just traffic, not so good. Okay, so it's finally track day weekend preparation. This is the car how it stands now. It's done. And then this weekend I've just been tidying up jobs. The diffusers on, the harnesses are mounted, just stuff like that. But obviously, I can't remember if I showed. I put the aero catches back in, the other ones had rusted. I remember if I showed in the last clip, but I got the car aligned, the correct specs. It's -3.5 at the front. It's just factory at the back because I couldn't adjust the back because they're rusty, but it doesn't matter. That alignment was about a month ago. Car drove back fine, so I parked it up, disconnected the ECU, disconnected the battery. Obviously the car tried to fight me, tried to start it and it wouldn't start. Thought it was, and bear in mind that the car's stuck in like that pit in a field, so it's not the easiest thing to get out if it doesn't move. The first thought battery, got the Seat gem pit with the cables, but even after 20 minutes and revving the engine it didn't work, and that has worked in the past, so I thought maybe the battery's not savable. It's got a guarantee on it, so I took it back, got a brand new battery. Basically you turn the key and it just clicks once and that's it, so it's like an electrical issue. Yeah, so I thought before throwing parts at it I'd see if the car would bump start. Now that's fun in itself because obviously I can't get the car to move under its own power, so I had to tow it through some grass. It didn't like it, but it made it, so I actually jump started it in the field. It took like the second kick of the clutch and it was fine. So that proves that there's something starter motor related or electrical. Basically the starter motor's not ticking on, so it could be the starter motor's dead. It shouldn't be EWS because I've bypassed that on the chassis. It could be the ignition barrel, I think it's the antenna or something with my key. I only have one key, so I can't try another one. I'm going to look on the OBD2 port. Apparently you can jump the starter externally, because it'll be a pain if I have to do this at the track day. So what I want to try and do with this track day is, obviously I'll show you the car running around the track, that's fun, but to me it gets boring if you just see lap after lap. So I find quite interesting all the prep. So you need a track car. If you've seen this one, you know the specs, but to me the most important things are lightweight, bucket seats, mount your harnesses properly, good tyres, and an engine that's sort of reliable, or that you know is reliable from the car really. Everything else is just extra. Now this is where the fun begins. You can really turn up to a track day with nothing and hope it's okay, but this is if you if you trailer your car, then it's a bit different, and overkill. So I have fuel. These cans are quite good. I have a spare diff because I think mine's on the way out. I have a jack stands. Now this may look overkill and it's not actually that much stuff, but have your tools. I have my half-is advanced. There's some general other stuff, you know, like vice grips, liquids, oils, brake fluid, all that, tipping screws, jack stands, an impact. Obviously if you have one it's good, but you don't need one. Cordless drill, you know, like drill bits, breaker bars in there, something for water. If you have any spare parts that you know that will break or have broken in the past and that are not too heavy, you can bring them. Cable ties are important. Jumper cables. If you're going to a busy track day, there'll be lots of other people there, and usually someone will have a tool. You know, if you don't have it, the only thing I'd watch out is if there are any like BMW or your car specific tools. Like BMWs and European cars use a lot of Torx, so just make sure you have your specific tools. And but that's it really. And I'll go through the kind of personnel items you need as well. So it's pretty early, but it's track day and the car's all loaded and all the stuff's loaded, so let's get on with it. So we're just queuing to get on the M1. I forgot it's bad at this time in the morning. So yeah, I'm doing Donington Park today. Full day session, see how long the car lasts. Still haven't fixed the starter issue, so I'm going to try and hit it with a hammer or just bump start it during the day. Should be a good day. It's a bit wet on the ground now, but it's meant to clear up soon, so we'll see how we get on. Check the car's all loaded and stuff, if you can see that. Let's go. Okay, so we made it to Donington just fine. Of course, I had to jump start the car on a hill, or bump start, so that cost me a bit of time, but so I have to keep the car running. I might try and push it at lunch because it's all flat here, but I didn't want to get in the way of the pits. So I did the sighting laps. First track day, to be honest. I've been a passenger before and they help so much. Get a feel for getting in and out of the pits, you know, how wide the track is. So yeah, it's really good. Car's running well, it's making a grinding noise. I think it's the brakes, but or the diff or gearbox, but it's working. Quite warm in here. I'll get strapped up. Might try and put that window down a little bit. That should be alright. Right, let's do it again. done some hot laps, about 5 or 6. This is quite good fun. Car's fine. It has so much more grip than I thought it would be. Obviously I'm used to the drifting and crappy tyres and welded diffs, but this has an open diff, maybe that's helping, and grippy tyres, and it's just holding up so well. I've been really able to check it from quite early on. I know you shouldn't, but I found the limit once. Still getting used to cars overtaking, but it's fine, you just move out, you've got all day. Yeah, also I'm hitting the limiter a bit, quite low compared to my Peugeot. I think it's about 6,000, but most of the corners are third gear, so it's quite lazy, but I don't have to change gear that much. Like, as I get quicker I will, but it's got enough torque to keep it in third. Get to fourth on some of the straights. Yeah, and the car's running really well. This is the final product. Got the plate, it's not real. So yeah, I might take you on board for these ones. Yeah, the only problem is you can't let the car cool down. Well, so, and it's eating fuel more quicker than I thought it would, to be honest. But I've got full, well, what have I got now? Oh, I've still got a full tank. Maybe I was just misreading it. And I've got a spare there. Okay, it's going well. Only one issue so far. I was pushing it really hard. I'm not sure if I got the laps on the timer and it just started to leak. It's just too much pressure, I think, and the temperature gauge isn't accurate. Let it cool for 20 minutes. I was able to push hard out here. It's good. get the starter motor externally and do the diagnostics part. Line number 11. Need 12 volts. To this bit. Get 12 volts, make sure all the car should be in neutral. So I've just finished editing this track day video and thought I'd end it here because it was a bit all over the place and no end really. So stuff that went really well was the setup of the car. I was really happy I didn't have to adjust it at all. Like the suspension, tyres, no understeer, just how I liked it. The brakes were really good, I was surprised by that. The pads make a massive difference and the weight of the car. I think that's where I was quickest on the track, was those braking zones. I'm surprised by how much grip it had and how planted it felt. I know they're always balanced, but it was really nice to feel that. And the weight helps as well. Stuff to improve would definitely be fixing the starter issue, so it means I can actually turn the car off. That should fix the cooling issue, maybe add a shroud and a better radiator. Improve my driving, my line, being less aggressive with the car, being a bit smoother would carry more momentum. A better ratio diff would help. It's got a 3-to-8 diff in at the minute. It's around 3 final drive. Really, a 391 would be so much better because third gear was really long and I know the car can accelerate quicker if it has a shorter ratio diff. Again, thanks for watching these videos. We're up to 700 something subscribers now. This will be the last BMW video for a while, to be honest, as it's getting colder and I've got the car where I wanted it to be. The car's definitely come a long way in the year and a half I've had it. You know, from that green SE spec to pretty much fully kitted out track car. There's more stuff I'll definitely want to do to it, but I'm really glad that I spent the time doing all the small stuff because the car is really now turnkey. Well, I can't actually turn the key, but it's sort of like a turnkey track car now. It shouldn't need anything other than tyres and brakes, so that's really good.